Hey everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about something, like I said on my Twitter, very, very personal. That I've questioned if I wanted to do this video for quite some time. In fact, just mainly the last, I want to say 2.5 years. And that's for a reason that I'm about to get to, but this video has to do with myself and some views that I have. Now, I'm aware that this is probably going to be a controversial video, and it's not going to be one that I'm really going to be able to joke around in a lot. It's more of a very serious one, but given the circumstances of the rising events in the world and the person that's currently running our country, I think it's a little bit, obvious where I would stand, but, some people might not know, and for those who don't, here is where I stand. So something that you probably don't know about me, because I don't believe I've ever directly said it on here, but I am gay. And that's how it's been since I was very little. I remember I would always like to, people ask me sometimes, "Oh, well, how did you know?" And I'm like, well, looking back, honestly, I really did have an affinity for being around guys. I didn't really hang around girls very much, and when I did, it was more in like a friendly play manner. I wasn't ever really romantically attracted to a girl. I surely fooled myself into thinking I was, but in reality, I was just taking peeks at all the other guys. So, yeah, I eventually just said, I need to stop lying to myself, and I need to just accept it. Because I'm going to live a much happier life if I do that. So that's how that came about. But that's not the subject exactly of today. It's kind of just the catalyst into what I'm about to talk about. So, I am a Christian, and I've always been a Christian. I was raised like that. So naturally, being gay and being a Christian, you would think contradict each other, right? Because, the Bible exists. And I was told the other day by somebody close to me that he believed the Bible was right verbatim. Now, I went to a Christian school, and he went to a Christian school, and we studied that Bible. And we studied God and Jesus and the meaning behind the message of God. And it's not really something that you can just pinpoint with a little instruction book. I don't think the Bible is exactly that. My personal belief, through my experiences with, faith, and through my experiences with being a gay Christian, of course, I believe the Bible is more of a puzzle. There are pieces of it that don't exactly fit in today's society that you can't apply all the time, or that you can't apply directly verbatim because it wasn't meant to be that way, or for all we know, it was added in. Honestly, it was how many thousands of years ago, and it's honestly, when you think about this, a big game of telephone, because all these languages don't translate directly verbatim. So the direct message can be lost in translation. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of controversy for saying that, but you know what? I don't give two shits what you think. Because I still am going to, at the end of the day, believe in God and practice Christianity and also practice some sexuality, because I don't believe that there's anything wrong with that. I believe I was created that way. And you can't really prove me wrong, can you? Well, no, you can't. So, what I want to talk about is just that. The people that think it is wrong for me to practice being gay. So, let me just stop there for a second. Let me give you a picture of what you're painting for the people that you're talking to. Imagine waking up every single day and having a little voice in the back of your head tell you you are a mistake. And that little voice just so happens to be your creator. The person or the entity, the being, whatever the fuck, that made you is saying you're a mistake. And you know what that little voice is? That little voice is every single one of you people who's ever said that. Because anytime it comes back up in conversation, that little voice just rings in the back of that person's head. At least, I know it does for me. Can't speak for every person, but it does for me. And imagine just for a second how much that can hurt. How much that can damage somebody. Imagine what you're doing to people when you tell them that they're a mistake in the eyes of the God that created them. How sick has our society become that we have to resort to doing that? To even thinking about doing that? Well, the real reason that I am here today is because I am here to say that you are not a mistake. You are, in fact, perfectly and absolutely fine just the way you are. I know I could say this a million other ways, and you've heard it a billion other ways from a million other people, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because this is something that I've wanted to say, because I recently, I even did an anonymous interview with a journalist about my sexuality and everything that I believed. And I thought that it was really, really great that somebody really cared enough to hear what I thought and what I believed in. And somebody that agreed with me for once. Somebody that I could look to. And there's also another person that helped me more than anything. The person that actually helped me come out to my dad. And I really can't thank that person enough for all the things that he did for me, because he was the first authority figure that I actually came out to, that I respected enough to. And, you know, I want to extend to any of you out there who might listen to this that same courtesy of a listening ear. That if any of you are going through hard times like that, whether you be straight, transgender, I don't know anything about that personally, but, I can offer advice on my opinion. Gay, bisexual, anything. Because I know all too well what it's like to lose sleep because people think you're not good enough. You are terrible, you're flawed, you're wrong. And I don't want anybody else to go to bed feeling like that. Nobody wants to go to bed feeling like that. I don't want anyone to have to do that. So that's really what I wanted to say. And I know this is probably very, very, controversial. But I've had too many bad experiences and too many missed opportunities because I was silent or I didn't do anything, and I regret that. And I don't want to have to regret that. So, if any of you out there need anybody to talk to or anything, I'm here always. So, you can always message me, and I might not always, know the answer to your problem, but I've been through a lot, and I can at least be there to listen, if nothing else. Thank you all for listening to me ramble on about I don't even know anymore. But yeah, honestly, this was a little hard for me to make. You can probably tell I'm not exactly as literate as I would like to be. But I think I got the message across. And should you have any questions, you can of course ask me personally, and I will answer you. But other than that, on one final note on the whole religion thing I just brought up, just to bring it to a close, the point I was trying to make is that an all-loving creator, as God in Christianity, well, all fearsome, yes, but all-loving, would not create you the way you are as a flaw. And anybody who is bisexual or gay or straight or transgender, those people know what they are. They come to terms with what they are and they accept what they are. People that are straight, they know that they're straight. They don't question it. People that are bisexual, they know they're bisexual. People that are gay, they know they're gay. People that are transgender, they know they're transgender. It's just, it's really how people work, and you can argue it with all of the bullshit science that you want. But none of it's ever going to equate to what real people feel. And we people that go through that feel that every day. So, God loves you just the way you are, if you're a Christian. I can't, I'm speaking for, my religion. I'm not here to speak over all the religions, but, your religion dictates your own stuff. I personally believe in mine that is not the view, that I am not viewed as a sinner because of the way I was created. And I do believe that I was created this way, as do people that practice homosexuality. So, thank you all for listening, and goodbye.